Commander Elias Rook, a calm and skilled human officer. He arrives at a remote outpost far from Earth. The outpost is old, silent, and surrounded by alien territory. No welcome team, no clear orders. The alien world outside feels alive, watching. Elias senses something is wrong, but humans are trained to adapt. He recalls that humans are feared not for strength, but for endurance and will. Elias explores the outpost. Doors open too slowly. Lights flicker when he walks by. Alien symbols appear on walls, not in any human records. The alien staff avoid eye contact. They whisper when he passes. He learns. No human has stayed here longer than 1 year. Most leave early. Some never speak about it again. The night cycle on this planet lasts 36 hours. Elias feels time stretching, pressing on his mind. Welcome to my channel Sci-Fi Love Story. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Commander Elias Rook stood alone inside the landing bay as the transport ship lifted away without sound. No engines roared. No farewell lights blinked. One moment the ship was there, the next it vanished into the dark sky of the alien world. Silence filled the outpost. Not the calm silence of peace, but the heavy kind. The kind that pressed against the ears and made the mind feel watched. Elias did not move for several seconds. He waited. Human training taught patience before action. The air felt warm, thick with strange smells, metal, dust, and something organic that reminded him of rain mixed with rust. This was Outpost K-17. The edge of mapped space. The place no one volunteered for. Elias adjusted the strap of his bag and took his first step forward. The metal floor responded with a slow echo, louder than it should have been. The walls were tall, curved, and built from materials no human factory could produce. Alien design was always like this, beautiful, strong, and uncomfortable to look at for too long. His orders had been short. Report to Outpost K-17. Command authority granted. Await further instructions. That was all. No explanation. No warnings. Elias had learned long ago that silence in orders usually meant danger. Lights turned on as he walked deeper into the outpost, reacting to his movement. They glowed a soft blue, too dim to feel safe. Shadows stretched along the walls, bending in ways that made his eyes ache. There should have been a welcome team. Even alien outposts had some form of greeting. But the halls were empty. Elias stopped at the central corridor. 6 paths split outward like the legs of an insect. Each path was marked with alien symbols etched into the walls. He recognized none of them, even though he had studied alien languages for years. That alone was strange. Outpost had been under joint control for over 20 years. Human records should have matched these symbols. They did not. Elias felt the first touch of unease crawl up his spine. He activated his wrist unit. Commander Elias Rook reporting, he said calmly. Outpost appears operational but unmanned, requesting status update. Only static answered. He tried again. Nothing. No signal. Not even background noise. Elias lowered his arm. So that was how this assignment would begin. He moved down the central corridor, boots steady, posture relaxed. Humans survived by staying calm when others panicked. Other species often mistook that calm for weakness. They always learned otherwise. The corridor opened into what looked like a control hub. Screens lined the walls displaying star maps, energy readings, and planetary data. Everything looked active. Everything looked normal. Except for one thing. Every chair faced away from the screens. Not broken. Not overturned. Just turned around. As if whoever had been here did not want to see what the screens showed. Elias slowly walked to the nearest console. He touched the surface. It warmed under his fingers, responding instantly. Alien technology always adapted faster than human systems. The main screen shifted. A message appeared. Not in alien language. In human standard. Welcome, Commander Rook. Your presence has been confirmed. Please prepare for your first assignment. Elias frowned slightly. Prepare how? He asked the empty room. The screen went dark. Then all the lights dimmed at once. Elias' hand moved closer to his sidearm by instinct. He did not draw it. Drawing too early often caused more problems than it solved. A door slid open behind him. He turned. 3 alien figures stood in the doorway. Tall, thin, their skin shimmered like polished stone, shifting colors with every small movement. Their eyes were black and wide without pupils. Elias recognized the species immediately. Thalrics. Diplomats, observers, never warriors. And yet, every story about them carried the same detail. They feared humans. The tallest Thalric stepped forward. Its voice came not from a mouth but directly into Elias' mind. The tone was careful, measured. Human Commander Elias Rook, you have arrived earlier than expected. According to my orders, I arrived exactly on time, Elias replied. The Thalrics hesitated, its skin darkened slightly, a sign of discomfort. Time behaves differently here. Elias nodded once, so I've heard. The alien gestured toward a side corridor. You must follow us. Am I under arrest? Elias asked. No, the Thalrics replied quickly. You are under evaluation. That word mattered. Elias followed. They walked in silence. The corridors twisted and curved, clearly designed for bodies not shaped like humans. The walls pulsed softly, as if the outpost itself were breathing. Where is the previous commander? Elias asked after several minutes. The Thalric slowed. He completed his service. Completed usually means a handover, Elias said. I didn't receive one. The alien did not answer. Elias stored that silence away. They reached a private chamber. Inside was a simple resting area, a bed, a table, a screen, no windows. This will be your quarters, the Thalric said. Until when? Until nightfall. Elias looked at the alien. This planet's night lasts 36 hours. Yes. And my assignment. The Thalric's skin shifted again. You will be informed at the proper moment. The door closed before Elias could say more. He stood alone again. Elias placed his bag down and slowly sat on the edge of the bed. The mattress adjusted to his weight, forming perfectly around his body. Alien comfort technology was impressive, but it did nothing to calm his thoughts. Something was wrong. Not broken. Not hostile. Just wrong. Hours passed. Elias ate a simple ration. The food printer worked without issue. Water was clean, air stable. The outpost wanted him alive and healthy. That worried him more than danger would have. Eventually, the screen on the wall activated. The same message appeared. First assignment commences 80 nightfall. Prepare yourself. No details. No explanation. Elias stood and checked his gear. His weapon was secure, his armor intact, his mind steady. Nightfall came slowly. The lights in his quarters dimmed. A low sound vibrated through the walls like a deep hum. Elias felt it in his bones. The door opened. The same Thalric stood outside, joined by 2 others. It is time, the leader said. Time for what? Elias asked. The Thalrics looked away. For you to meet the Queen. Elias paused. The alien Queen, he said slowly. Yes. Elias had read every human file on her. Ancient. Powerful. Not directly hostile but not safe. No human had ever met her alone. You understand, Elias said, that humans do not kneel by instinct. We do not ask you to kneel, the Thalrics replied. We ask you to survive. They led him deeper into the outpost than before. Down corridors not marked on any map, the air grew warmer, thicker. The hum grew louder. Finally, they stopped before a massive door. It was carved from dark metal, covered in symbols that seemed to move when Elias tried to focus on them. This is your assignment, the Thalrics said quietly. Elias turned to face them. You still haven't explained it. The alien swallowed, an odd movement for its kind. You must spend 1 full night inside the Queen's chamber. Elias said nothing. No weapons, the Thalrics continued. No armor, no communication devices. Elias slowly removed his pack. Has any human done this before? He asked. No. Has any other species? Yes. And they survived. The Thalrics hesitated too long. Some left breathing, it said, none left unchanged. Elias placed his sidearm on the floor. Humans had crossed oceans without knowing what waited on the other side. They had walked on dead worlds and lived. They had stared into darkness and refused to blink. This is my assignment, Elias said calmly. Yes. He stepped toward the door. The Thalrics stepped back, fear clear in their shifting skin. The massive doors began to open. Warm air spilled out, carrying a scent that did not belong to any known world. Elias took one breath and walked inside. The doors closed behind him. Darkness swallowed the light, and something ancient breathed in the shadows. Darkness surrounded Commander Elias Rook. Not empty darkness, not quiet darkness. This darkness felt alive. The doors had sealed behind him without sound. The light from the corridor vanished as if swallowed. Elias stood still, breathing slowly, forcing his heartbeat to remain calm. The air inside the chamber was warm and heavy. Every breath carried a deep scent, old and powerful like stone soaked in living heat. The floor beneath his boots felt smooth, almost soft, as if it could move if it wanted to. Elias did not call out. Calling out showed fear. Humans learned long ago that fear, once shown, often invited attention. A low sound rolled through the chamber, not a roar, not a voice. A breath. Something vast shifted in the darkness. Elias slowly removed his armor, piece by piece, placing it carefully on the floor. The Thalrics had ordered no armor, and Elias understood why. Armor made people feel protected. This test was not about protection. This was about truth. When he finished, he stood in simple clothing, hands open at his sides. I am Commander Elias Rook of Earth, he said calmly. His voice echoed farther than the chamber should have allowed. I have come as ordered. Silence answered him. Then the darkness moved. A shape formed ahead, massive and impossible to fully see. Soft light spread from beneath it, revealing only parts at a time, curved armor-like skin, glowing lines that pulsed slowly, and eyes. So many eyes. They opened one by one. The alien queen revealed herself. She was enormous, her body filling the chamber without touching the walls. Her form did not follow simple shapes. She was both solid and flowing, ancient and alive. Each movement felt slow, careful, like time itself bent around her. Her voice did not come through sound. It entered Elias' mind directly. Human. The word carried weight, not anger, not kindness. Recognition. Elias felt pressure in his skull but did not react. Human minds were trained to endure pain without breaking. He met the Queen's many eyes without lowering his head. Yes, Elias replied, I am human. You stand alone, the Queen said. I was ordered to, Elias answered. A pause followed, long, heavy. Others begged, the Queen said. Others screamed, others tried to hide. Elias said nothing. You do none of these things. I don't see how they would help, Elias replied. The Queen shifted. The chamber brightened slightly as her skin glowed with deeper color. This is not a test of courage, she said. Courage is simple, fear makes it visible. Elias listened. This is a test of endurance. The pressure increased. Elias felt it then. Not physical pain. Memory. Images flooded his mind without warning. Burning cities. Broken ships drifting through space. Human soldiers standing in mud, blood and ash. Screams. Loss. Failure. The Queen was not attacking him. She was showing him humanity. Elias clenched his jaw, breath steady. He did not push the memories away. He accepted them. Human history was not clean. It was not gentle. Humans had fought themselves harder than any alien ever had. The images shifted. Children hiding during bombings. Explorers freezing on dead worlds. Colonists starving while waiting for help that never came. Your kind survives by clinging to suffering, the Queen said. Why? Elias swallowed. Because suffering means we are still alive, he said. As long as we feel it, we can keep moving. The pressure deepened. Now Elias felt the weight of personal memory. His first command. The crew he lost when a reactor failed. The letters sent home. The silence afterward. His chest tightened, but he did not fall. He stood. You carry grief openly, the Queen observed. Other species hide it, they deny it. Denial breaks us, Elias said. Truth doesn't. The Queen grew still. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then the night truly began. Time stretched. Elias lost track of hours. The Queen tested him again and again, not with violence but with questions and visions. She showed him futures where humanity ruled through force, futures where humans vanished completely, futures where humans became slaves, futures where humans stood alone against the dark. Each vision pressed on his mind like a storm. Elias did not claim humans were perfect. He did not claim they were peaceful. He spoke only truth. We fight, he said. We fail, we learn, we change. You destroy worlds, the Queen said. Yes, Elias replied, and we regret it. You spread endlessly, she said. Yes, he answered, because stopping means dying. You do not kneel, the Queen said. No, Elias agreed, but we listen. That answer mattered. The pressure eased slightly. The Queen's eyes dimmed and brightened in slow rhythm. This outpost, she said, guards a threshold. Elias focused. Beyond it lies something older than your species, older than mine. Elias remained silent. Many have tried to claim it, the Queen continued. They sought power, control, immortality. Her presence darkened. They failed. Elias understood then. The outpost was not a military station. It was a gate. A warning. A test. Why humans? Elias asked quietly. The Queen's answer came slowly. Because you endure without pretending you are pure. The visions stopped. Elias felt exhaustion crash over him like a wave. His legs shook, but he did not fall. The Queen observed him closely now. Kneel, she said suddenly. The word echoed in his mind. Elias paused. Slowly, carefully, he lowered himself, not into submission but into rest. One knee touched the floor, his head stayed level. I kneel to learn, he said, not to obey blindly. The Queen studied him. Then something unexpected happened. She laughed. The sound was deep and ancient, echoing through the chamber like shifting stone. That answer, she said, has not been given before. The night neared its end. Light slowly returned to the chamber, not from outside, but from the Queen herself. Her glow softened, becoming almost warm. You have passed, she said. Elias lifted his head. Past what? The truth, the Queen replied. That power without endurance destroys itself. She extended part of her massive form toward him, not a threat. A symbol. Humans will guard this threshold, she declared, not as rulers, not as servants. Her eyes locked onto his. As watchers. The chamber doors opened behind Elias. Cool air flowed in. Elias stood, every muscle aching, every thought heavy, but his spirit unbroken. He turned once more toward the Queen. What happens if we fail? He asked. The Queen's voice softened. Then the universe will end quietly. Elias nodded. That sounds like something humans would try very hard to prevent. The Queen watched him leave. Outside, the Thalrics waited. When Elias stepped out, alive and walking on his own, they froze. Then slowly they bowed. Not to his rank. To his species. The Queen's voice echoed through the outpost systems, spreading outward across space. Humanity is recognized. The threshold is entrusted. The Watchers have arrived. Elias looked out through the outpost's viewport as the alien sun rose. His first assignment was complete. Humanity's real duty had just begun. End.